football.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Detroit Lions and the Los Angeles Rams. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. Brandon Gaudin here with Charles Davis. And we are underway from SoFi Stadium. Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And trotting out there, their tall quarterback standing at 6'5".
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Buying time to his left. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. The numbers for Ridley a week ago. 5 catches, 66 yards.
This defense is ranked near the bottom of the league against the pass. You get the sense that he feels like if he gets covered on any call, he's going to be upset. He thinks he should be open on every snap in this game.
Touchdown, Detroit! A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Lions are on the board first on the road here in L.A. Well, like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch.
Yeah, and this just looked like a simple, ordinary play to start, but boy, did things change. Once he got free, it was off to the races, and once he hit high gear, there's absolutely no one who was going to stop him.
Extra point attempt to come here. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention.
Not sure what you thought, but I thought it was appropriate when he walked into our meeting with his arm totally encased in ice, because he threw 5 touchdown passes last week and won the NFC Offensive Player of the Week award.
Yeah, but reading the paper this morning, and he said, gosh, I actually thought I should have got 6 or 7, but still, it was an amazing performance. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Well, the very first thing they told us, Charles, was we need to apply pressure early, and I would call that early pressure a nice sack to start the game.
And on the other sideline, I just have this image in my mind of the head coach on the headset with the offensive coordinator asking him if that's exactly what he saw in his mind when he called that play. And if so, is it going to be like this all day? That's a tough one right there.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll wind wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away.
Pressure comes and down he goes. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on third down, and you make the home crowd go, shh.
There is a hush indeed. Here comes the Rams punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Lions will take over. Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got him the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
5-yard pickup on the play, and it's third down.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
Come on, man. Let's go.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
They'll run on first down. It's long, and this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. They'll look to throw here. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Second and 1. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Banks.
Number 2, a gain of 9 yards.
Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. But those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Second and 6. At the 13.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Touchdown! A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Lions are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Now the try here for the point after. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
As the Rams offense comes back out, here is the NFC playoff picture coming into the weekend. What we do know, Charles, they will be in the playoffs. They currently sit at pole position number 1, but nothing's set in stone right now. They still have to earn that top spot.
And it makes me reflect back to preseason when you and I do our tours of camps. The prevailing message in each and every one of them was what? Win the division.
Win the division.
Win the division. You know you're in the playoffs. It means something. It means a home game. It means a number of other things. But winning the division is paramount. You're right. They won't step off the gas here.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 18 carries, 52 yards, and a touchdown. 2nd and 9 now.
They look like a team that really emphasized the running game in the offseason. They were going to build around it. Didn't matter if they're going to run gap scheme, power scheme, whatever. They've got a runner who finds yardage if you give him just a little bit of space.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete.
Here we go.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big play that time on the catch and run.
And I think that's a pretty good illustration of why they try to get the football into his hands out of the backfield. That was something else.
And we talk so much from a defensive perspective about scheming and finding ways to take away the run. That means the offense has to devise different ways to get the ball in the hands of their guy out of the backfield. Find open space, let him run, and big things can happen, and they did right there.
Looking middle, and that's complete. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
On play action, they'll throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And this is going to be intercepted.
A great read, and it's picked off. And the Lions are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Another shot now for this Lions offense.
And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Looking deep downfield. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. A big connection on that one. 38 yards. And a nice milestone reached on that last throw as here late in the season, he goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Throw left side complete. That's Banks. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
2nd and 6. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 24-yard line. Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. On first down, it's Long, powers through him, and able to work his way down to the 16.
Tackle made at the 16-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They'll try the left side. Long, and he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. He'll look to throw. It's complete to Diggs. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. They're going to look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it?
2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Hands it off out of the gun.
Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. On 3rd down, Burks. And it was the stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
They'll run on 1st down. Burks. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. And sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
That's what I'm talking about.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
And just a yard to go here on 2nd down.
Here we go. 26, Mike. Here we go.
And he will score. Touchdown, LA. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Rams are able to cut into this lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. And Detroit getting set to go now. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added onto their lead, but that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game, but we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, and we know that's not true. Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. They'll set up to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's long. Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Rams are going offense here with a 1st and 10. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out
for the next possession. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that second touchdown now. He'll drop to throw. And he will find his man on the end route, complete.
And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on third down, and they keep the drive going.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 27. Now back to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Back to throw again.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
The Rams on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's got his big tight end here. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A great play there. With touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Rams' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is down to a field goal. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Detroit's offense ready to take over.
And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Here's a 2nd and 7. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack. And it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
That's what they have to do more defensively, not just getting sacks. They have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. The Lions on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. They'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's long. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. We will see here that he's done quite a bit, but the bottom line, I guess, partner, it hasn't been enough right now.
And let's face it, everyone wants to be in a spotlight, but when you're not winning, that's not quite as much fun because that's the bottom line, especially if you're a quarterback. Did you lead your team to a victory? No matter how many passes you threw, completed, all of that, that's what he wants to get done.
So far, he does at least have some good highlights to take home. But that's caught at the 25. They'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A big play that time through the air. 35 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's got a 1st down following a pickup of about 13 as we will take a pause here for the 2-minute warning.
26, Mike, 26, Mike.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Rams have taken the lead. And that touchdown drive happened very, very quickly. You knew that they had the quick strike ability. They showed it.
And for a defense that understands that, it still drives them crazy when it actually happens to them. Fast and furious, there came the points.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. It's up and good to make it 21-17. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. He's doing his job, but the bottom line, they're losing. They've got a deficit to make up here, and he knows it.
And quarterbacks who last in this league learn that lesson really early. You may have had a great stat line and felt pretty good about how you played, but if your team didn't win, it almost doesn't matter. And right now he's adopted that attitude. How do I get better? How does my team get better? How do we find a way to win the game?
Well, he's hoping to lead his team to a successful drive. Now a dump off here complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Banks. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he will find Ridley on the left side. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. They'll look to throw again. And it's complete right back to Ridley. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And Diggs has it. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 2nd and 2. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. They'll look to throw here. And he's got it.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Lions are going to jump back in front. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far and fun to watch. Extra point right down the middle, and that gives them a 3-point lead. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. Taking it about the 1. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. And no reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on first down. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. We'll start by heading out west to Glendale, Arizona. And it's the 49ers who have taken the lead into the intermission. Tavon Austin, a touchdown catch in that first half. Next, we head off to check out another game. And you can see they trail the visiting Cowboys. The Cowboys seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. Lastly, let's get you to MetLife Stadium to see what's happening with the Giants at home in East Rutherford. And they were losers in that one as they fall to the visiting Seattle Seahawks. Tyler Bray, 2 touchdown catches in the victory. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Lions. And it's been the passing game that's been the story. They have feasted on this secondary to the tune of 200-plus yards already through 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Rams, they too were able to take advantage of a soft secondary as both of these two teams really threw the ball at will in that first half.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Rams offense ready to begin quarter number 3. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Here's 2nd and 8. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 8 yards.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Dancing to his left. Boy, he almost did that himself, but it looks like he's about a foot or two short. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
That was a good effort there trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
Here comes the Rams punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be
looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And they'll be inside the red zone with a ball at the 16-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They'll set up a throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll come out in the pistol. And he will score. Touchdown, LA. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Rams are once again going to retake the lead. Just a great individual effort there to take that pop pass and scamper off into the end zone.
And that's why offenses love that play partner, because that gives them a chance to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers with a full head of steam behind them. It's often like a track relay. Legs 2, 3, and 4. That first guy steaming ahead, and he just hands it to you, and you get a chance to take off and go before you even get the baton.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. He's likely still kicking himself from the interception last drive that wound up leading to a go-ahead score.
And he's going to assume all that came with that one, all right? That's all on him, but he also knows he's got to erase it from his mind and get back out there. This drive, very important.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. 7 yards to pick up there. On second down now. It's long. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. They'll keep it on the ground. Long. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime, Minks, had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Back to throw now on first down. And he gets this one to Ridley, complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On second down, it's long. And the Rams defense gets to him again behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
The Rams go nickel here defensively on third. He'll look to throw. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll look to throw. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. Pressure that time right up the middle, and he was able to wiggle in there pretty easily and get the sack.
Yeah, sometimes you end up getting caught in a little bit of a breakdown about who to block up front, and that creates the gap there, and he took full advantage, got to the quarterback, and finished off the sack.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. The left side caught by Diggs. That catch good for 5. It's third down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Banks. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there. Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
On the NFL scoreboard elsewhere, third quarter down in Arizona. And it's the Cardinals who have scored to grab the lead there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. So give them 3 on that drive. You know, normally you'd say we'll take it, but the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, a field goal is going to be enough because, as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. And he's going to have a Rams first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. A nice, consistent gain.
And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 37.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. They'll set up to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that is incomplete. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
6 yards to go.
Back to throw again. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he does not get to the first down marker as they stop him at the 19. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now back to throw. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack.
Well, it's been a little bit of feast or famine because he's thrown for decent yardage, and obviously they've got the lead, Charles, but now he's been sacked 4 times.
And what I'm focusing on is his toughness in the pocket. Because you mentioned the feast or famine part, he's played well in between being dumped on his back. But every time he's had a chance to throw the football, he's been impressive.
Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. He'll drop to throw. This is caught. Touchdown, Rams. A great play there. Hitting double
double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You got to get him thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Point after try forthcoming. And with that, the lead is up to 8. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Yeah, Detroit back in possession of the football. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Now here's a handoff out of the gun. Oh, able to avoid him. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. Here comes a big one as this crowd gets out making some noise. It's 3rd and short. It's the Lions trailing but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has now been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
On 1st down. It's long, and that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage. The Lions on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. Here it's 3rd and 3. It's complete to Diggs. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. He's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Back to throw here. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards.
complete. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright, and this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there.
Their defense was able to hold serve, albeit with a little help from that missed field goal as they settled in now 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And now some space to operate. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
65 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
Yeah, in this part of the game, the 4th quarter, this is where a running back really has a chance to shine. This is what they've been training for, to take over the game down the stretch. The defense, it's been battered all game long. And here, this is just a case of a runner imposing his will and deciding he didn't want to be tackled right there.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. On 2nd down now, Burks, and he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10.
And the Lions are right back in this football game.
A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11.
They'll try the left side. Long. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd down 6.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Long, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 7. They're going to look to throw.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off at the 20, and they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And the Rams are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll drop to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
This will go as an 11-yard loss there on 1st and goal.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, it took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Back to throw. That's complete, right around the 8. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there, and they rallied and made the tackle.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And this one is right through. So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
Taken in at the 3. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. With his guys trailing here in the 4th, he can ill afford a repeat of the interception that ended the last drive.
Yeah, you're 2 scores down. You take it upon yourself now to play perfect or near-perfect football if you want to get your team back into the game. But it's also tough to do when you're trying to avoid errors, yet still play perfect football.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
They'll run on 1st down. Long. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you, the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They'll look to throw here. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. A big connection on that one. 39 yards.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now a give right side. It's Long. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Long. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
And his kick is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game. So you knew one way or another that they needed the 2 scores. They get the easy one out of the way. Now they'll get the ball back, hopefully.
Yeah, and the question is, how do you accomplish that? Do you onside kick it? Or since you have all 3 timeouts, do you kick it deep? To me, I'm playing field position. With all 3 timeouts, I kick it deep and try and pin them back there.
The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's going to be brought down short of the 1st at about the 31-yard line. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is fielded at the 27. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So now the Lions down on the scoreboard. At time, a huge factor. A possible crippling loss to their playoff status in the balance, barring a late score. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. He's picked off just shy of midfield. That's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
The LA offense ready for this next possession. And with the defense out of timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs. The Rams go victory formation as they take the knee. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. In this one, you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal, that's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for LA, they continue to make their case as a Super Bowl favorite as they move to 13-1.